Okay, so in the overview presentation, you saw me talk about the importance and the power of response for email and how email trumps everything else. So in everything you do, you need to find a way to incorporate the ability for people to opt in and give you permission to email them in the future. So to get them to opt in to join an email list. Now, how do you do that? What's the most effective way to do that? Well, it's simple. You give them what's called an ethical bribe. You offer them something of value. And this is a very important point I want to make. If you ever want to get someone to do anything, you need to give them an incentive, and it will increase the rate of response. Here's how else you can apply that same principle to social media and social networking. Let's say you want to get more friends on Facebook. Well, one of the ways to do it would be to incentivize your prospects or your visitors or anyone that comes in contact with your marketing, where you'll want to be telling them, hey, become my friend, send me a request on Facebook, add an incentive to it. Say, add me on Facebook, and I'll send you my free fill in the blank, free special report on X, free audio recording, free little mini video series, whatever. And then, of course, that piece of content that you create to give away as the incentive is some kind of great content related to your business. It can be kind of like the crash course element that we covered in Content Factory, that kind of information staple that's on your site. You can make it a continuation of the crash course, like it's a part 2. And in order for people to get the second part, they need to opt in for it to get private access to it. So there's a number of different models that you can use there. And, of course, we'll put links in the resources section over time to different methods for doing this and for different resources to manage it. Of course, you need like an autoresponder account or some kind of contact management / opt-in email management service to be able to build subscriptions and then be able to send those people emails. And of course, we'll link to some recommended resources in the resources section for the CD on different services that you can use to actually handle the behind-the-scenes technical part of building and managing an email list. But for marketing purposes, how do you go about it? Well, this is a blog that belongs to a good friend of mine and a really good marketer, Alex Mondosian. And as you can see here with this kind of animated part that's all blinking and going crazy, this is his little promo to try to get people to join an email list. So he's really gone all out here, and he's using some kind of animation to really get attention. And he's got that little headline there, claim your 5 secrets to making change now. And then it says free email below to claim your free audio ebook, or enter your email below. And then so they just fill out that form, and then they get their free audio ebook. And of course, that's how he's putting people on an email list. That's why it's up front and center. That's why it has so much focus on it on his blog, because he's a smart marketer. And that's what he wants above all else, is to get people on an email list. Now, you don't have to build an animated type of display. You don't have to even have a promo like this on your blog or on any of your pages that are this size. You can get away with it being a little bit smaller. But there needs to be a reason. Just saying, join the email list to keep up to date with my posts, that's not enough to get a high number of people to opt in and to join. So what you'll want to do is give away, and this is the easiest and cheapest way to do it, give away some kind of great content for free as the incentive to kind of bribe them, to reward them for the action if they do what it is that you want them to do, which would be opt in here. And if you do that, and you give away some kind of bonus or some kind of piece of information, it's great to have a little virtual cover like this made that kind of represents the thing. It gives it more perceived value. So you'll certainly want to use some kind of benefit-driven headline that talks about why they should get that free content, what it's going to do for them, and how, of course, that would need to relate to your business, and because that's the target markets the target market that's going to be seeing it. Excuse me. But if you put like a little virtual image of what the little report is, just you can have one made. It kind of gives it a good feel that they're getting something. It's not just electrons they're downloading, even if it's just a digital download. So you can see Alex is using that here, and of course, this animation is getting all kinds of attention because he really wants people to see that. You don't have to use animation like this. You could try it. You want to test it. But that's just how you do it. You just put a little opt-in form. You give someone incentive for joining the list, some kind of value, some kind of content, and then they have the form for them to join where they can get that content thing instantly. And that's it. That's all there is to it. That's as easy as it gets for building that opt-in list and getting people to opt in. You will probably also want to build a separate landing page on your site that just promotes your opt-in process, your form, where it's basically kind of a full-page version of what this little box and offer would be, where you could put more information about that thing that you're giving away. You can show testimonials from other people that joined and got the free thing and what they think of the free thing, and so on and so forth, and just make that a natural landing page. So anywhere else on your site, you can link to, hey, get my free special audio report or whatever else on such and such. And then they click that link, and then they go over to this full page that really kind of sells that opt-in, even though it's free, to get people to join the email list. It's that easy. That's how you do it. And again, we'll link to some other resources, some other examples for you to look at. But that's what you want to do. You want to focus on getting people to join an email list, because that's an incredibly valuable asset for you to be able to reach out and communicate with people. And what's great is with email marketing, when you build the relationship with people and you give them good content and you tell them about your blog post, you can actually get away with, and it's been done for years and it's almost expected, to do advertising and promotions when you send out emails. You don't want to do it every time you send out an email, but every 4 or 5 messages of sending good content. Remember, what's in it for them? Why are they going to be staying on that email list in the first place? It's to get good content and benefit from things related to your industry. So it's not just about them signing up to have you blast them with advertising. But you can get away with doing advertising and just all the marketing that goes along with email marketing when you build an email list. Unlike all the other elements of, because this is like really Web 1.0 stuff, although it's still a part of the social media spectrum of being able to communicate with people through email, it's kind of the exception of what I told you about. You don't want to sell and promote so much your products and services on the social media networks and book marketing sites and all the other services. But in email, it's actually okay, and you can get away with it because it's a different type of medium. But that's how you go about it. That's all you have to do is create something like that and get people to join an email list, and then you'll have that ability to follow up with them.